Good morning, I'm Carol Davies. I'm the administrator of the Area Agency on Aging. And I know your agenda says there are 2 items for us to review today, but there are actually 3. So don't get too excited when we get past the 2 because there's still a 3rd one to come. The first item that I have for you are contract amendments for our Area Agency on Aging providers. We have 17 amendments listed that total $22,205. Most of these amendments have to do with rate increases that we have granted to our providers. The Department of Aging typically does not allow us to offer rate increases without their approval. When the fiscal year starts in July, we don't know at that point of the fiscal year if we're allowed to grant the increases or not. But in the fall, we did receive a notice that we could increase the contracts by 2%, which for some of our providers who have been limited to 2% or even some years with no increase, that's very welcome. We do have funds available within our budget to pay for these increases, so we are not requesting any additional county support to fund these amendments.
I'll make a motion to approve the fiscal year 1920 provider contract amendments.
Second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you. The second item I have for your review is the Farmers Market Nutrition Program contract, which is actually with the U.S. or the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture, not the Department of Aging. This is a program that allows us to distribute a group of 4 checks to seniors who are county residents and income eligible, and then they can use the checks to buy fresh produce from the state of Pennsylvania at local farmers markets. Each year we get 1,250 sets of 4, so this year each person would get 4 $6 checks. Last year was 4 $5 checks, but this year they will each get 4 $6 checks that they can use at local farmers markets. So that brings about $30,000 of purchasing power into the county. And so what they do is they allow us up to $1,250 per year as the administrative fee to process this program.
Motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the farmers market program as presented.
And I'll second that motion.
First question is, how are they distributed to the income eligible?
We set up each year a number of distribution sites. We have and we advertise them then. So we have a site in our building. We go to each of our various senior centers. We try to go to the senior high-rises. I think last year or the year before was the first year we went to Lebanon County Christian Ministries. So we go to a number of places, and sometimes the same people will come to the same place to get their check every year, but other times not. There was a year or 2 where we could distribute at the 50 Plus Festival, which was very popular, but this year we're not sure if we'll be able to because the 50 Plus Festival is 2 days before the technical day we're allowed to start distributing them. So we're looking to see if we can or can't.
So it's kind of a first come, first serve. They're available
Yes.
to be distributed if a person's eligible and they show up, then
Yes.
it's not a pre-selected group of income eligible.
That's correct.
It's available to,
And in the past few years, we've had maybe 100 sets left.
okay.
Some years we give out more, some years we give out less, but 1,250 sets is appears to be about the right amount for us.
Okay, thank you.
And I do have to acknowledge I have an error on the form. I have Commissioner Ames listed as the chair of the commissioners instead of Commissioner Phillips, so I can redo those signature pages and send those back over.
I'll resign.
My apologies, but I can review that and send those back over for signature if you would.
Okay. With that note, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you.
Number 3.
Okay, the third item I have is related to enrollment services that are currently provided by an independent enrollment broker in Lebanon County. And this independent enrollment broker helps people, including some seniors who are income eligible, register for what we used to call the aging waiver and a couple other affiliated waivers, but now has become part of Community Health Choices as of January 1st this year. So for a number of years, this independent enrollment broker was doing the enrollment services. perhaps 7 or 8 years ago, the Area Agency on Aging did those enrollment services. And I believe in 2014, the state determined that all of the enrollment services would not be done by area agencies on aging, but would be done by this independent enrollment broker. So now, there have been what they call some pain points with this company who is doing the independent enrollment function. And what the state is looking to do is to combine two of the pieces of the enrollment process into one. So now the county assistance office is currently involved, the independent enrollment broker is involved, and we are involved because we do the assessment for level of care to determine if the person is clinically eligible to be in a nursing home. So what the Office of Long-Term Living would like to do, and what they are doing is they are issuing a request for a agreement. I think it's not request for proposal, request for application. And we expect this request for application to come out any day. We've been expecting it for quite some time, but they really feel like it's about to come out. And under this new request for application, the enrollment function and the assessment function would be together. So whatever provider is going to do the assessment function, and currently that's us, but under this program, assessment and enrollment go together. So if we get the contract through P4A, our state association, we would do the assessment function and the enrollment function. If
The
P4A,
county, when you say we, the county.
the Area Agency on Aging,
Mhm.
yes. If we don't get the contract, then we lose the assessment function that we're currently doing. So what P4A, our state association, is looking for is they're looking to have letters of support from every area agency on aging in the state to submit with this letter of request for application proposal, showing that we are interested in doing this work. At this point, we do not know what rate we would be paid for the work, but we are asked to show that we would be interested and supportive of this endeavor.
Do you have a template?
I do. I sent they gave us a template, and I did include a copy of the proposed letter with your
Good.
package.
Gives us good stuff. Okay. So do you want a motion to accept anything at this point, or just is that educational?
Or to apply.
Well,
Motion to submit a letter.
a motion to submit the letter.
Okay, start there. All right.
I'll make a motion to submit a letter requesting that we become the agent for the enrollment process and the assessment.
The actual letter is asking us to support their, is saying that we are supporting their application. I mean, I don't know if you need to,
No.
if that suits the amendment
That's
or
fine.
the, okay.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions?
I have a question. Did you say about 1,250 people will be eligible for the checks for the produce?
We will have 1,250 sets of those checks.
So you're
and
not
they-
sure it's gonna go out to that many people then?
We will distribute them on first come, first served basis. It's quite possible that there are more people than that who would be eligible to receive the checks.
Okay. So do they need some kind of documentation then for the income eligibility?
I don't have that information offhand. I don't remember if it's self-declaration or if we ask them to prove it. But
Okay.
when we promote the actual distribution sites, that we will have that information with the announcement.
Okay. When would that be?
We will start distributing them sometime after May 15th.
Okay.
And I believe they can start using them on June 1st. But again, that information will be announced when we
All
distribute.
right, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Dennis has a quick award for you for the County Bridge #1 in Edward Township.